they're so proud, like, oh, our people are the best differentiator, and we have the best people in the world. I'm like, no, you don't.
Providing a bit more context, and maybe you haven't heard this story, Scott, but you've been an advisor to me for years. I don't remember the exact year that you first became an advisor to me. I want to say it was 3 or 4 years ago, though. So we're probably looking
I'm gonna say
2016.
it's probably just when I jumped off my last my last thing that looked like a real job, when I helped exit a health travel insurance tech company.
Yes.
I think we got introduced by Marsden, who literally like kicked me in the pants the other day. Was like, you need to do better customer discovery. You should reach out to Luke. He's really good at that. And we were just smart enough to make content out of it versus have a private conversation.
Well,
So shout out to MK.
shout out
And
to MK. Exactly.
I do think that was probably summer or spring of 2017. So.
Probably that. And I remember that
Sure,
meeting. Pretty good memory. I remember that meeting very well, Scott, because we met with yourself and the CEO of the healthcare insurance company.
That's right.
And it was very cool to have that sit down, and that meeting actually changed my life, and you don't know this. So in that meeting, that CEO, Robin, he had asked me what made our company special. So we were a software company. We were an agency. We thought we were doing something special, but really on paper, there was probably 10,000 other companies in the world that could say that they do exactly what we do. And he asked, what makes us special? What do we do different? He asked very specifically, Robin said, what are you guys the best at? And I could not get an answer to that question. And it drove me nuts leaving that meeting that I had with you and with Robin and some others. And basically, that was the main reason why I ended up selling my shares of our software service company, Consultica, because I didn't like the answer that we had to that question. I didn't know how to answer it. I didn't feel comfortable with the answer. And I wanted to make sure that we were doing something that if we succeed, whether we do or do not, our purpose, we exist to provide a unique and meaningful value proposition. And I didn't feel that my business partners and I were on the same page about the priority of doing that. I have my regrets about the decision that I made, but at the end of the day, I moved in a path that I felt that I wanted to only do things that I felt were unique and meaningfully valuable, and I don't regret that at all. So I have to thank you for helping open up those doors and have that conversation. What's your reaction to hearing me say that? Hearing me talk about how like a startup should really be trying to find what's unique and meaningfully valuable, how from a motivation perspective, I think it's important when you're dealing in uncertain industries with huge risks and not taking a traditional career path. I was trying to find something unique and meaningful. Any feedback? I don't think you heard this story before.
I didn't know it had that much of a kick in the pants to you. I want to acknowledge you for like taking that feedback, and that feedback can come a million different ways, but taking that feedback and then doing something with it, which most people don't take feedback and do something with it,
right?
Which is a big part of the whole conversation we're having, but important to kind of career and life trajectory. So kudos for hearing it and taking it and doing something with it and trying to like, okay, what is my actual purpose? And how do I express that in my career? It's hugely challenging. And I think you nailed it on the head of like, you're going to do a startup, in particular a tech startup, and build a product. You need to be able to answer that. You need to be working towards answering that question of what do we do better than anybody else? What does it, why is it important to our customer or user, that, kind of gets into the spot, like you can't take that product from my cold dead hands. And You got to be able to nail that. I mean, there's, what flashed in my memory is like another Winnipeg-based company I had some interactions with in the past, where it's like they're so proud, like, oh, our people are the best differentiator, and we have the best people in the world. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, on no measurable terms whatsoever do you have that.
Even if you did, is that good enough? Is that good enough to say
And
right
even
now,
even if you had the best collection of 100 humans in the world, so what? What are you creating for your customers
right?
that is something they can't have, not from their cold dead hand shall you take it, and NPS scores off the charts, and your people are feeling great about how they deliver that, and that's why they're becoming the best because they're part of the best. It's truly an outstanding value proposition, and none of which was true for that company. They had a nice environment and it was a nice little company, but it wasn't the best, and it's just like seeking that. The journey towards that is the most important thing, period. As humans in our careers, but I think it's, as a company, you got to be seeking, like, how are we going to be the best supply chain artificial intelligence company in the world? How do we get so good at that it's like everybody else is like, why would I try and build another search engine? I think Google's got that figured out.
Right.
Google was the 11th, 12th, 13th, whatever it was, search engine to come on the scene, and they figured out something about how they could become the best at